All right. Good evening. Let's go with evening. Uh, afternoon and I guess afternoon. And oh my God, why is it every time I start the stream that I get an email? It's okay, I'll just ignore it. Um yeah, so as promised, we are finally going to do our long awaited, it's long awaited. Deal with it. Long awaited composition stream. And we'll go from there, I think. Let me just double check. Audio check. Good. How about this? A little low. It looks low on my end. I'll just turn it up a little. Yeah, look. It's at minus 40 decibels. So that means it's about 100 times less quiet than my, or more quiet than my voice. So, um, you will remember last time we created these four bars that we talked about the minor scale and how starting on an A is an excellent way of doing the minor thing. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. I thought I had. Oh, I don't have the picture up anymore. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Of the minor scale. There we go. And we're gonna put that over here. And transition. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to do something with the minor scale today. I mean, I hope. I'm not I'm not confident. Um well, so the compositions I've mostly done are in major scale. Like even in my past as I was doing them, they were mostly in the major scale. So today we're going to do something interesting with the minor because it's it's more pretentious. Let's just go with that. It's more so we had these no, no, it doesn't. I'm not that pretentious. Okay, so let's see. It goes full octave like that. So actually, let me just play this out. How can we make that more interesting? I think I actually have an idea. Um, so first I'm gonna, oh no, no. And then I'm gonna let's try that. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I could see that working actually. And then if we were to just take the I think we'll just do the melodic. No, not melodic. We'll do the harmonic. In which case we would take one and we would place it. This becomes a half dotted. And then we'll do a sharp here. What do we think? It's a little, it feels a little well, let's finish the last two bars first. In that case. Um oh, sorry. think so. So what we'll end up doing is this, and then we'll, oh, no. See, that doesn't sound very good. Well, I mean, at least I'm glad we all agree on that. It genuinely doesn't, and I think the reason for that is actually because it's a very forced, if you know what I mean. It's a very forced thing that I'm making it do, and so like it's how do I explain it? It's I don't like these particular notes. No. Let's try again. So I still want to start at A, and I still want to go up to A, but maybe we shouldn't do. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that, eh? So instead, so notice really the only thing I've changed is I've moved this. Yeah, I've moved that note down to the C. Excuse me. Okay. What about that? To be a half note. And then we'll go D, E, A, and then let's try that. No. So this must be a half. And then this must be a half. Oops. And then what comes after that? Actually, I'm actually okay with this. So if we note what's happening here, right? That even though we are on the minor scale and where we're adding in that little bit of dissonance, we are maintaining the ending and the start on the same note with the same kind of, shall we say, how do I explain this? Like between the D and the E is the same it's the same scale as what we would have in, say, the concert C major, right? So if I were to take all of this, I take it, I paste it here, I move it up to that. Like if we were, right, like suddenly what we're doing is a it's just a major scale melody, right? So like essentially even though we have these minor elements, um it it starts and ends not in an unhappy, or I shouldn't say unhappy, it doesn't start or end with dissonance. The dissonance is sort of in the middle, and that's actually what's kind of appealing to me about this. And so like how can we take this and do interesting things with it? Let's try, shall we? What is did I really just ignore you guys for like 5 minutes? um I would apologize, but I'm not going to, because well, yeah, like this is fun. This is fun for me. Um why? um that's a good question. Why is it fun for me? I don't really have a good answer for you. It's mostly just that I don't know. This is one of the ways that, because music is different from things like art or writing, where where let me see if I can explain this properly. To me, music is instantaneous, whereas art, like visual art and writing, is stuff that people can sort of mull over, right? So in essence, actually, let me get this playing, and then we can talk about it. Essentially, what I mean is, the with music, you have to be you can only truly appreciate the music as it's flowing. Like, not like with visual art where you can stand back and sort of admire the completeness of the painting. Or rather, it's much more difficult to do so with music, unless you're very, very much into it. And and as humans, our first, for the vast majority of humans, I should say, our first sense will always be visual, because that is something that we've come to rely on for a lot of things, right? That's why we're afraid of the dark. And that, well, even if you're not afraid of the dark, it is still something that defines you, whether, because obviously, if you grew up with functioning and well-adjusted eyes, it's just something that is very much it's just something that is with you until it's gone, right? And of course, we've seen these examples of humans who have trained their other senses to be amazing. Yes, but that requires training. And whereas with our eyes, we sort of, that training is subconscious. Like if you were born with good eyesight, essentially every moment that we are awake, we are training our sight, and we are training our brain to recognize sights. And so that's why it's easier for us to appreciate a piece of visual art, or I let me not say it that way. That's why we can take time to appreciate visual art, because it's somewhat no, let me rephrase this. um yes, you can make fun of me while I'm rephrasing this. um essentially essentially the point remains that it is visual art is very much something that um that we're able to take time to look at and to understand. And so the but within music, there's very much a time component to it, right? Like say we're talking about the difference between these two notes. The difference between these two notes really only exists in the moment when these two notes are when the transition happens, and that evokes certain feelings in and emotions and thoughts, etc., in the human body, absolutely. But that is also an instantaneous thing, and as long as other notes are playing, the emotion that these particular notes evoke will sort of will have to sooner or later give way to the others. And I mean, we've all had, a favorite song where a particular passage or a particular few bars was just that much better than others, and that's really what I'm talking about here. That with it, oh wait, what's going on? I just wanted to change the window. Oh, come on. Okay, let me change the window and then we'll continue. Um, that's essentially what I'm saying. That within uh art, we have certain, or within music, we all have certain bars that we favor and things, and with music, those are very much instantaneous and require us to sort of revisit if we want to appreciate it. Whereas with visual art, there are, and even with writing, there are plenty of opportunity for us to sort of study it. I mean, we certainly can study individual pieces of it, of a overarching visual art piece, but that doesn't stop us from taking our time and choosing when to study what and when to evoke which types of feelings by looking at which piece or which part of which piece of visual art. But you don't have that luxury with music, especially if it's someone else playing it, right? That's okay, well, yes. Now let's move on. What if, oh no, what if this goes here? So now we're working on the variation that this fundamental piece of melody is giving us. What if this were a C sharp? Ooh. What do we think about that? No, just the D. And yes, I did say C sharp, but C sharp and D flat are the same thing, right? Like, obviously, because I'm already using sharps, the correct thing to do would have been to do this, but didn't want to. Because then I didn't have to move the note, essentially. It's I have an idea. What if we then do... What if we then do this? No, that definitely doesn't work. So essentially what I tried to do was invert what was happening here by doing it here, but obviously that's so what if we did this? No, that sounds really weird. So now we're just gonna, oh, of course you're gonna do that. But that might work. This isn't one of my better creations. I might just I might just, you knew exactly what I was gonna say. I might just stick to major scale pieces in the future. Let's see. I think it's because it's because I think I am this particular. So personally, I'm not a big fan of minor scales, just because I'm also not a big fan of dissonance. I actually like, if you look at my playlist, if it's not if it's not embarrassing J-pop, it's very much the great classics. So we're talking Bach, we're talking Beethoven. Oh, not even as much Beethoven. We're talking mainly Bach, with like Mozart. Like one of the things that I play the most is actually the cello concertos, and Bach's, and so like there wasn't actually also the Brandenburg concertos, which are just like, like they're very much optimistic court life things that were designed not to challenge the what little artistic merit the royalty at the time possessed, right? And well, it's true. It's true. Like all of these great artists had, well, I mean, back in those days when you were creating art, you were doing so under under a sponsor of some sort, right? And oh, excuse me. And so like they wouldn't want to challenge what little artistic merit their sponsors had, because then you might lose, a cushy life of just eating and writing music. And so that's why my personal preference remains, nice, optimistic, really boring. um, Let me just pull it up like this, right? Like it's just like this. Like how boring is this? And that's why I like it, because it's like, for me, art like this, it, how should I say it? Like, even with my written and my visual work, none of it is to create a sense of discomfort in the listener, viewer, reader, whatever, right? Like it's like even in my writing where I'm talking about, you know, the clash of cultures and how the human condition evolves, um doesn't really, it's not meant to agonize the audience, if that makes sense, right? Like it's not meant to make the audience feel bad about themselves, about life, or whatever. Like I don't bleakness is not something that I'm looking for. If I can be that. And while there are many wonderful songs that take advantage of the minor scale, I'm obviously not that advanced, and so what I make just ends up sounding retarded. Like oh, I mean, okay, I shouldn't use that word, but it ends up sounding. It sounds much more amateurish than and then opus number one, right? We're at 26 minutes. Yes, I'm aware. Um, um, but having said that, you know, you guys paid for this because you wanted to make fun of me, so I don't feel bad. Uh, if you paid for this out of some sort of um, pursuit of the arts, I apologize, but I don't think that's what you guys did. It's too late to say that now. It's too late to say that now, obviously, because you know I just gave you that idea. But anyway, so let's see if we can make something out of this still. If we can. Partially, I'm also sort of chaining myself to these particular notes, which I probably shouldn't have done. Oops. Actually, have I? No, because I moved away from what the original was by lengthening and shortening pieces, right? So, yeah, no, we haven't. Ah, this is gonna bother me. That's not bad. That that is a little bit interesting, right? No. Let's take the whole thing. That's not bad. What if now instead we do half note there? Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna do a half note here, and then we're gonna. Oh, that's my soup. Oops. I put a soup on on the hob, and then I just completely forgot about it. Thank God for Oops. This was like 3 hours ago that I put it on. Thank God for automatic shutdown. Eh? So I want to do something with this by extending it into here. So we're going to do that. Um, No, that's too much, eh? So what if instead this became a whole, not whole note, quarter note? That's not bad. It's all over the place though. I will agree with that because this has got a little bit of jazz influence. I don't know what this is. This is also a little bit less interesting, given that we're all over the place here. Let's see. I do want to end. Yeah, I do want to end like that. So let's try this. I I'll work on this on my own time, I think, since we've hit the time limit, and I do have to go. I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. Why don't I put this? No, I don't want to put this on. I don't want to export this. Actually, no. We will just export this. We will export this. Where was it? Export to MP3 audio. Normalize sample rate highest, bit rate 192. It's fine. Opus 2. Yeah, we'll do something with that. I don't know what though. I have no idea what, honestly. I genuinely I have no idea. It's not bad. I don't dislike it. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't dislike it. It's just that it's why aren't you playing? Okay. Yeah. But you see this just makes me happier, this particular background background music that we made. Like the minor scale just it's not fitting as well as I want it to. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This, I don't know, time passed fairly quickly, so you know what? Maybe next time you guys should sponsor for an hour-long program as opposed to 30 minutes, eh? Because we barely get to do anything. We start and then like you guys laugh at me for 10 minutes, and then we work on things for 15 minutes, and then you laugh at me for the last 5 minutes, and then we're done. So let's you have the rates. You have the hour, half-hour rates. Just double them. Actually, no, not. Let's not double them. Let's do because time is precious, right? And we're doing a full hour. So if you want to sponsor for a full hour, let's do 2.5 times. So 250% of the half-hour rate. No one's gonna do it. I bet you someone's going to. I'm actually fairly confident that someone will. I don't know who. Actually, no, I have a pretty good idea. But knowing him, it's gonna be something that I don't want to do. Having said that, yeah, right. If you want to see me do something I don't want to do, well, you know where the money goes. All right. Our boys in the UK. Actually, you guys aren't sleeping this early anyway, so we'll talk later. Thank you very much for watching. what was it? Yes. Download Firefox, don't use Chrome. Actually, why don't we talk about that tomorrow? Yeah, let's talk about that tomorrow. Cause just like, oh my god, what a monopoly. Anyway, have a good evening and afternoon. Yes.